What's going on, you guys? FFG just announced brand new stuff for Star Wars Legion. We're looking at some really cool, wow, this is awesome. Rebel Commandos Wave 2 Star Wars Legion. It's officially being announced. This is really cool. So Rebel Commandos, hopefully you haven't painted your Rebel Troopers to look exactly like these guys yet, because they do have some similarities. But look at these models we've got. This is all your stuff from Endor. And by the way, yes, we're getting some aliens too. Very cool. Looks like we got a Mon Calamari over here. Looks like, I don't even know what this guy is. Or a girl. It looks like a cat. Is that a Bothan maybe? It doesn't look like a Bothan, but who knows. Very cool stuff. So if you know what that is, let me know in the comments below. But we're getting some really cool stuff. So we have, gosh, look at these. So this is the first Special Forces unit that we're getting for Star Wars Legion. And I mean, if this wasn't already a big enough weekend for Legion, now they're dropping some all new announcements on us. There are 2 different cards that are coming with this one, which is cool because you get 2 different ways to deploy them. So you have your Rebel Commandos unit for 60, and you have a Rebel Commandos strike team for, looks like 16 or 18. That's crazy. So you can run them 2 different ways, and it looks like, I mean, from the pictures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're getting 7 miniatures, so you have enough to run both units. So this is giving you 2 Special Forces units in a single pack. Which, like, look at your value. That's $24.95. That's about standard for a single expansion, but you're getting 2 units in that expansion. So there's a great value in this expansion. Very cool. So I'm liking that. It looks like you've got some kind of like demo charges. So these look like the charges from Return of the Jedi. So it looks like you're getting those. Looks like you're getting you know, some low profile Scout 2. So we saw that Scout keyword. Yeah, and it says proton charge something. This is a, yes, so one of these guys is basically a proton charge, and he's got something called Arm 1. So it's basically a way to set bombs or something like that, it looks like. Very cool, and this kind of synergizes with some of the new objective, mission, and deployment kind of cards that we saw that are coming with the terrain expansion, because there was bombs in that one as well. So I wonder if they're going to work similar to that. But let's look at the Rebel Commandos. They have low profile Scout 2, and it says after you deploy, you may perform a Speed 2 move. And we saw Scout keyword hinted at before with one of the new deployments that is coming out with Wave 2 for that, you know, that objectives and scenario terrain expansion. So, and then Sharpshooter, while performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1. So that's cool. They have better aim. These are more, you know, highly trained. And of course, they cost more than your core units, but they're Special Forces, so they're not taking the place of your core unit. You can only have 3 Special Forces units in your build, and we're finally seeing our first Special Forces unit, so that much is really cool. If we look at the strike team, it's smaller. It has got a heavy weapons team. You may equip a heavy weapons upgrade. The mini added by this card is your unit leader. So if you add your special heavy weapons version, that becomes the unit leader. So if they do take a, because this one is only one mini, so you're only going to have a team of 2 with the strike team. But this way, if they do get shot and you take a casualty, you're going to lose a regular commando and not your special heavy weapon guy. So they at least, you know, you got like 1 extra hit point there. They also have low profile, Scout 2, and Sharpshooter. So they have the same keywords, still 1 hit point each, considering it's, you know, small minis, that's standard. But they have courage value of 2, so they're harder to, you know, it's much harder to make them panic. They do have white defense dice, but look at their surges. They have offensive and defensive surge, so that's much nicer. That kind of makes up for that die. They do roll black dice, and they have range 1 to 3, so a lot of that is the same as what you're already getting. So the keywords, they give more maneuverability with their Scout keywords. That much is good. Thinking about what you're paying, extra. You're paying 50% extra, for your base unit. one of the things they don't have is they don't have that regular, like the troopers have, add a trooper to this. They don't have that personnel upgrade. But they do have a new upgrade here, which looks like upside down chevrons. And so you've got a new type of upgrade that you can give them. So that's cool. And we see one of them up here, this one called Duck and Cover. So we see one of the new upgrades that they can get. And while defending against ranged attack, I'm trying to read that out, during the apply dodge and cover step, you may gain 1 suppression token. So you can gain a suppression token, it looks like. So why would you want to do that? I guess maybe, I'm assuming maybe if you wanted to cancel one of their damage and you didn't have anything else, to do that, because maybe you wanted to raise your cover. Of course, that wouldn't be good against these guys if you had that, because if you were doing a mirror match, because you're going to reduce the cover by 1. So yes, so that's cool. And there's a couple other things in here that we haven't seen yet. So it looks like these guys are going to be able to come in and plant some charges. And I'm liking the idea of the Commandos team, because if it's the heavy weapons guy that's planting the charges, you can have a cheaper version of planting charges. And so, this is a really great way to get more units into your list, which is pretty cool. So let's take a look at the other thing that was announced with this Wave 2 kind of Rebel announcement is Han Solo. We get a Han Solo commander. Very, very cool. Look at him. Oh my gosh, he's in there in the woods shooting Vader. Definitely going with the Endor theme. Oh, that sculpt, though. Ooh. It looks like a grandma. Maybe it's just a bad picture. Like that particular image right there. Oh boy. Oh wow. Yeah, see, I'm looking at this for the first time with you guys. I don't know about that. That looks like an old woman. Is Han Solo an old woman? Let's just say it's just a not a good angle. Maybe there's not a good angle. All right. Let's look at Han Solo's card here. He's got low profile. While you are defending, you have light cover. If you have light cover, improve your cover by 1. So he can hide really, really good behind tiny little things. Gunslinger. After you perform a ranged attack action, you may perform an additional ranged attack against a different unit, it looks like. Sharpshooter 1. While performing your ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1. Yeah, right, we've seen that already on the other guys. And Uncanny Luck 2. While defending, you may reroll up to 2 defense dice. That's awfully nice, considering he's got a white defense die. Let's look at the rest of his stats. 6 health, 2 courage, not bad. And he's got both crit, or both surges, but he's got the offensive one to crit, so his attack is really good. He's got this upgrade here, which looks like a die? Is that a die or a rank pip? It could be one of the two. It doesn't look like Star Wars dice, because Star Wars dice don't have like dots on them. They have those funny little symbols like Orabesh. And he's got that same symbol that other chevron kind of upgrade. He's got duck and cover as well, just like the other guys do. And this is that one of those upgrades that's called Improvised Orders. Let me see. After an broken stress forms your anchor good, you may draw a second order token, choose it, and shuffle the other back into your order pool. Oh, order token. So if you pull an order token, you can put it back in the bag and draw a different one. I guess that's kind of cool. If you're going to kind of play random and you don't have enough commands to give all of your guys, which I think will actually factor in pretty well to having a whole bunch of special forces. You might not be getting all the things that you want to get, and so because you're going to have a lot more diversity in your bag since we have a new unit type. So that's a pretty cool card. Look at his weapon, though. He's got Pierce 2 on there. He's only got 2 dice, range 1 to 2. But it's like they're going to hit, right? So that's a great way to thin. And since he gets to shoot twice, he's going to be able to shoot like 2 stormtrooper units and take them each down by 2. And that's good because, when you do damage to a unit like that, you're reducing their ability to return fire since they're rolling 2 less dice now, which is always nice. And everything about this guy seems to work together because sharpshooters, even if they're suppressed, he's going to reduce their cover by 1. So it doesn't, you know, he's so much more likely to actually get that damage through. And then he's got low profile and uncanny luck, so he has a really good, and these work really well together too, because they're going to give him a much greater chance to survive incoming damage. So Han Solo looks really cool. He's got command cards here. We got to have new command cards to give Han Solo. So we have aversion, diversion, overshow, diversion. 2 trooper units. When an enemy unit performs an attack, it must attack a trooper with a face-up order token if able. Face-up order. So that's basically when you're, if you've already given, okay, so, and it says 2 trooper units. So Han can issue 2 of his rebel troopers, you know, a unit token, and then when your other guys attack, they have to attack. So that's a good way to kind of force them to be like tanks, or give them the taunt mechanic. Come get me. And he is a trooper too, so he can do that to himself, especially if he's you know, so hard to hit. It's not a bad idea. He's got another one here with no pip. No pip. So we're going to take a look at that. I think they... here we go. Sorry about the mess. Let's take a look at this one. So there's no pip in here. And look, he's shooting Greedo in the art. That's actually that's really good art. I like that art. While building a command hand, treat this card as though it has 1 pip. When Han Solo is issued an order, he gains an aim token and a dodge token. And this one just activates him. So this is basically Han shoots first. I mean, you know, you're guaranteed to go first, unless of course you're playing against another Han Solo, because this would beat anybody's 1 pip, because it's going to be 0. Whoever has the lowest pip is going to go first, right? So this counts as one of you. And the reason they say treat this as having 1 pip is because when you're building your command hand, you have to have you have to have standing orders, and you have to have 2 3s, 2 2s, and 2 1s. So this is taking the place of one of your required 1s to be legal in a game, but it's got 0 pips. So it's gonna trump, you know, anything that has 1 or more pips. So this is a good way to make sure that you're going first, especially if you activate, you know, Han Solo last in a turn, put him in a vulnerable situation, or a situation where he's going to take 2 shots on, you know, 2 different trooper units and maybe kill them. You want him to go first. So that much is very, very cool. Look at this, man. We're seeing Han and all these guys go up against all the stormtroopers. Very, very cool. Excited. I'm excited. Look at that. 1, 2. They're demoing it. Let me know what you guys think, though. Now, here's the question, though. If we're getting Han Solo, who are we getting for the Empire? We've seen you know, Veers already. Are we getting another officer? Who's going to be a battlefield commander for the Empire? Do you think it will be like maybe Tarkin or somebody like that? It's a tough one. Let me know in the comments, though. You know, and there is another round of the giveaway going on right now, so you can win an expansion of your choice in the form of a $20 Cool Stuff gift card. And all you need to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my other videos. It's as simple as that. And I'll announce those typically at the end of my videos. But stay tuned for more Legion news. You know, next Friday is probably going to be some more crazy dropping of news. I'm expecting something from X-Wing or from Armada or Imperial Assault next Friday, or maybe even during the week. Who knows? There could be more stuff announced today. Who knows? It's crazy. There's finally, you know, Legion's finally out, and so now all the new announcements can drop. So exciting time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.